What if I told you the difference between the masses and the 1% isn't luck, talent, or money? It's a weapon hidden in plain sight, buried within your own mind. What if reality itself isn't fixed, but bendable, moldable, reprogrammable, waiting for the brave to command it? Napoleon Hill once wrote that thoughts are things. Most skim past those words like they're poetry, but the 1%, they build empires on them. The world you see around you, every skyscraper, every invention, every revolution was once invisible. It existed only as an idea burning inside someone who refused to dismiss it. Edison stumbled through thousands of failures in the dark before a light bulb was born. Lincoln faced humiliation, defeat after defeat, before destiny carved his name in history. Elon Musk was laughed at when he said rockets would land themselves. But now his vision pierces the skies. Each of them hacked reality, not because they were magicians, but because they understood the secret. The mind creates before the hands construct. Most people drift through life like passengers asleep on a train, pulled by someone else's tracks, lulled by someone else's design. Their thoughts are scattered, distracted, consumed by trivialities. They wonder why success feels impossible, why breakthroughs belong to others. But the truth is merciless. Their mind has been hijacked. They've surrendered the weapon inside them. They've allowed fear, doubt, and conformity to dull the blade of thought that could have cut open doors to greatness. The secret 1% weaponized from within is not wealth, not influence, not inheritance. It is definiteness of purpose, an inner command that bends the chaos of life into structure, into meaning, into destiny. Napoleon Hill discovered this interviewing the titans of his time: Carnegie, Ford, Rockefeller. Each of them wielded their thoughts like generals command armies. They didn't dabble. They decided. They burned bridges behind them and marched forward with the conviction that retreat was not an option. And here's where the masses get trapped. They confuse wishes with purpose, desires with decision. A wish says, "I'd like to." A purpose declares, "I must." Wishes are blown away by the winds of difficulty. Purpose anchors itself like steel, unmoving in the storm. The masses dabble. The 1% dominate. The difference? One group reacts to life, the other engineers it. Now ask yourself, how many times have you silenced your own brilliance? How many ideas did you bury because the world might laugh? How many times have you mistaken distraction for destiny? Scrolling through noise while your inner voice begged you to build, to create, to rise? Every time you hesitate, every time you bow to doubt, you weaponize your mind against yourself. The 1% understand this. That's why they appear almost supernatural. It's not magic, it's mastery of thought. They move through life like architects of the unseen, drafting blueprints in silence and then unveiling monuments in reality. They know what most never grasp. The battlefield of success is not the boardroom, not the marketplace, not the economy. The battlefield is inside your skull. Conquer that, and the world outside falls into formation. Reality is not as solid as you've been taught to believe. It bends, it folds, it reshapes itself before the one who dares to command it. Every empire built, every fortune created, every revolution sparked was not born from resources, but from thought. Edison did not stumble upon the light bulb because the world offered it freely. He forced reality to surrender it through persistence. Lincoln did not preserve a divided nation because fate was kind. He ripped possibility from chaos by refusing to bow. Musk does not fling rockets into the sky because physics made it easy. He bends the future through sheer defiance of mediocrity. This is the weapon of the 1%. Not money, not luck, not circumstance. It is the ruthless decision to seize control of thought and mold it into destiny. Napoleon Hill warned, "You either control your mind, or it controls you. There is no halfway. Those who drift, those who let distraction pull their strings, die quietly, souls buried long before their bodies. But those who awaken, those who rip the veil from their eyes and realize thought is clay, malleable, responsive, they sculpt legacies that echo through centuries. Think of distraction as the silent assassin of greatness. It doesn't attack loudly. It whispers, it nudges, it disguises itself as comfort, as entertainment, as endless scrolling. And with every small surrender, your clarity is stolen, your fire dimmed, your purpose suffocated. This is cognitive warfare, and only the awakened fight back. Only those who anchor their mind to purpose can weaponize it against the chaos of the world. Look around you. Most people are alive, but not awake. Their potential is chained, their legacy buried under distraction. They die as spectators to their own existence. But you, if you're hearing this, are being called to something greater. You are being called to hack reality itself, to recognize that within you lies a furnace of power hotter than the sun, a force that does not ask permission but demands expression. When Hill interviewed the titans of industry, Carnegie, Ford, Edison, he found a common thread. Each man, in his own way, had discovered the secret weapon within, a burning desire, sharpened by faith, executed with relentless action. They did not wait for perfect timing. They did not beg for certainty. They acted, knowing the world bends to the one who moves first with conviction. Ask yourself, what prison have you built in your mind? What excuses have you nurtured? What distractions have you allowed to calcify into your daily ritual? Every time you hesitate, every time you surrender to comfort, you load another brick onto the wall separating you from destiny. Tear it down. Tear it down with focus so sharp it cuts through doubt. With persistence so unyielding it shatters resistance. Reality is clay. You are the sculptor. Burnout, failure, fear, these are illusions, shadows cast by a mind untrained. But when you seize the weapon within, when you align thought with purpose, when you commit action to vision, you step into the realm of the 1%. And once you taste that power, there is no going back. The battlefield is your mind. The enemy is distraction. The weapon is clarity. The victory is legacy. Will you surrender to the drift, or will you dominate reality? The choice is now. The choice is always now. Then listen carefully, because this is the moment where destinies divide. Right now, most will turn away. They will nod. They will agree, but they will not act. They will return to their distractions, their comforts, their quiet decay, and in that choice, they will forfeit their greatness. But the rare few, the 1 in 100, the 1 in 1,000 will seize this truth like a blade and carve their future with it. Understand this. Greatness is never handed. It is demanded. Life will not roll out a red carpet for your ambition. It will test you. It will break you. It will disguise opportunity as hardship. And it will dare you to persist when quitting feels easier. Edison endured thousands of failures not because he enjoyed pain, but because he understood. Each failure was a stepping stone toward command over reality. That is the weapon, the refusal to bow. The unbreakable obsession to dominate circumstance before it dominates you. Look at history's giants: Alexander, Churchill, Mandela. They were not born with guarantees. They were born with doubt, with fear, with obstacles no different than yours. But while most waited for the world to change, they became the change. They rewired their minds to see resistance not as an enemy, but as a forge. Fire shapes steel, pressure creates diamonds, and struggle births legends. Ask yourself, how many more years will you waste in drift? How long will you let distraction eat your focus? One click, one excuse, one wasted hour at a time. Every second you delay, the grave grows closer, and your unfulfilled potential slips further into the shadows. Do you not feel the weight of time pressing against your shoulders? Do you not hear the ticking clock that mocks your hesitation? This is not motivation. This is war. A war for your mind, your destiny, your legacy. And the only way to win is to weaponize yourself from within. Build desire until it burns through every excuse. Build faith until doubt shatters at your presence. Build action until fear is crushed beneath your footsteps. Napoleon Hill said, "A burning desire, backed by faith, knows no such word as impossible." That is not poetry, that is the blueprint. When you hold that fire, when you refuse to drift, when you direct thought with precision, you can bend reality. You can hack the very code of existence. So stand tall, stand ruthless, stand unyielding. The world will try to distract you, to break you, to bury you. But you were not born to blend into the crowd. You were born to awaken, to weaponize the unseen, to dominate success from the inside out. You are the sculptor. You are the architect. You are the warrior of thought. And the war has already begun. Then hear me now, because this is the point of no return. Every great empire, every revolution, every invention began in silence inside the mind of someone the world doubted. They stared at the same reality as everyone else, but they refused to accept it. They bent it, they hacked it, they dominated it. You must do the same. If your reality is chains, break them. If your reality is fear, conquer it. If your reality is scarcity, outthink it. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are the commander of thought. And thought, when sharpened with desire and faith, is more powerful than any army, any government, any obstacle the world can throw at you. Look at the mirror tonight and dare to ask yourself, have you lived today as the 1%? Or have you drifted, scrolling, waiting, hiding? That mirror does not lie. That reflection knows the truth. And until you confront it with fire in your eyes, you will remain another silent ghost in history's graveyard of wasted potential. But if you choose, truly choose, everything changes. The laws of success bend to you, because they do not answer to luck or chance or fate. They answer only to the one who claims them with obsession, the one who acts when others freeze, the one who believes when others doubt, the one who pushes when others collapse. So rise. Rise not as you are, but as you could be. Rise as the rare mind, the relentless spirit, the unbreakable force that turns dreams into stone, visions into reality, purpose into empire. This is your moment. This is your war cry. Hack reality. Dominate success. Weaponize the power within. Because the world does not remember the distracted, the hesitant, the ones who played it safe. The world only remembers the fearless, few who dared to carve their destiny with fire. And now, the only question left is, will you drift into silence? Or will you rise and claim the life that was always waiting for you?